Hello, hello, hello. This is Mariposa, and I am so glad that you are here today to join me in the last, oh my goodness, the last, wow, embellishment of on the 11th collaboration for 2023. Stay tuned because we will be back in 2024. This collaboration has been hosted this year by Deb Houck at Head Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. And I am more than excited to participate in the next round. So stay tuned for January. I had a lot of fun recently sharing techniques I had learned at a class for making embellishments. And I'm going to do that same thing because I was at yet another class recently and I was able to create some embellishments or create the base for them using some of these really cool techniques. So I want to share those with you today. Before I continue with my share, I do want to let you know that the channels of the other participants will be linked down below. And please make sure that you check out their videos. I am positive that you are going to feel inspired in some major crafty way. Okay, so we're going to start off with this one because this one was really cool. I finally was able to use my embossing, and I did some embossing. Please don't judge because it was my first time. But the way that this technique worked is it was called double embossing. And again, if this is something you've done, then you already know how cool it is. If not, feel free to try it out. I had a blast. So I used as my base this, because you had to have according to the instructor, you had to have a background stamp that didn't have a lot of like negative space. So that was pretty full. Didn't have a lot of empty space. So I chose this one by Cartabella. And then there had to be another stamp that you used that had print. And I've been in love with this Tim Holtz collection, Stampers Anonymous. He has a couple of them. I love this thing. I've been using it a lot. Again, I acquired it at a class. So I haven't turned it into an embellishment yet, but I wanted to keep the card so that I could remember the technique. So you're going to see a couple of examples where I haven't turned them into cards yet. I was thinking about die cutting this with a Christmas tree, but I was going to use this set of Momenta, this set of nesting Christmas tree dies. I was thinking about using the larger one, except that I wanted to do the technique again so that I could better, kind of center this. Okay, and I used this stamp, this one up here, as well as this, the writing from the bottom. I couldn't quite decide which part I wanted to, cut out. So I just decided not to, because I decided that I could do the technique again and, then be more strategic about, what I used or like where I put the writing, where I put the writing. So I also use for the embossing powder, Brutus Monroe. Where are you hiding? Okay, thought I was fully prepared. Sorry about that. I used Brutus Monroe. I think it was this one. Gilded, yes. And I used that twice. So basically the way that the technique works is I embossed the entire background and then embossed the print on top. I love the look of it. I really, really love the look of it. So this is definitely a technique that I will be using in the future to make embellishments. Yay. Okay, next one is this one. Now, we're familiar with this. At least I assume that people are familiar with it. This is the paper strips, and you lay them over, you know, your standard A2 card base. But I use them on some nesting dies. And I did this one, I used my extras on the nesting dies and made this, had them go horizontal. And then on this one, I did diagonal. And I'm not sure if I want to make them tags. They might very well become tags, or, you know, embellishments for packaging. I haven't decided, but this was so fun to do. This was so fun. Okay, so that was the second technique. Next one, I'm going to need some more practice with. But basically, you need some Deco Foil, which had been sitting in my stash for a while. And okay, depending on, well, I actually used, okay, yes, I used the Dots adhesive. Who knew? This was super cool. So you can use the Dots adhesive to get like a certain look, or you can use the permanent adhesive. And all I did was I ran a strip across, and this is from this classic ornament die set by Blueprint, I guess it's called. Yeah, Birch Press Design, sorry. Birch Press Design. And I used the large one. So I had a little bit of trouble getting it. I wanted like the top to deco. I was able to do it on the first one, and then I kind of was unsuccessful with future ones. But I like the way that this looks. Because it's dots, it gives it that, like, you know, raised look. You know what I mean? Textured, that's the word I'm looking for. So this was fun too. This I would kind of need to practice more, but the idea was to like decorate an embellishment using Deco Foil and runner. Super cool and super easy. Okay, next one was also very cool. And this is technically the last embellishment that I like committed to. But so I used an embossing folder. This one is Anna Griffin, and I embossed, and then I went over I used removable adhesive. Put that on the back of here, taped it down, and then used Brutus Monroe pigment ink in alabaster white, and, you know, stamped, you know, where this was on the embossment ink folder, and then ran it through again. And what you get is, you know, the negative space is well, actually, the reason why this is pink looking is because I did it twice. The first time, the negative space got most of the white, and then I did it again, and both of them did. So this is the actual color of the paper, and this is what happened as a result. So I got more of a pink embossed heart. But you can do it so that either the raised part has the pigment ink, and you have to use pigment ink apparently, or where the positive part or the negative part shows a little lighter. But this was super fun. I really like this technique too. And I had this adorable vintagey looking, you know, heart, which I can also turn into an ornament or whatever else I choose. Okay, last two techniques. I was so in love with that I just couldn't commit to, turning them into embellishments just yet. So I'm holding on to the card that, you know, that represents the technique, so that I can keep it as a you know, the technique in mind. But I basically use distress inks. These are probably colors you're familiar with. Not oxide inks, distress inks. and blended them out. And then I used this Starry Colors palette, and I just did the brush tapping, you know, all over, and it looks so cute. And I was thinking about taking that same Christmas dye and how cute would that look, right? But I feel like I want more on it. So for the next two, I really like them as background ideas, you know, like backgrounds to your embellishments. But I think that would be super cute, right? And I went crazy with the sprinkle, if you will, or super cool. And then the last one, oh, I love this technique. This was actually Jennifer McGuire. Yes. Okay. So, again, Distress ink, super, super dark. I literally like took the pad and went and then kind of blended, but it's important that the ink is really, really dark. And, this was super fun. So then I put it into the stamping, you know, my stamping mat. And then I used, what's the name of this? This was Altenew. I don't have them handy, but this was an Altenew stamp. And I didn't put any ink on the stamp. What I did is I spritzed, or what she showed us to do was to spritz the stamp anywhere from like 8 to 10 times, depending on how, you know, blurred you wanted the image to be or how precise. And it came out like this. And I love this. Now, again, wasn't really committed just yet to, like, you know, cutting this out, but how cute would that be? Yeah, and I just wanted to save them so that I remember the techniques, because I know me, I'll forget. So actually, wait, nope, yes, I do have it. So this was the Altenew set that I used. Stamp set that I used. All right, so I really, really love this. I think I gave it 10 sprinkles of water, and I'm in love with all of them. They're really cool. But this one, like, spoke to me. Oh, I will definitely be using it again. So stay tuned, because I will be making some more embellishments in 2024. And, you know, for me, these serve as bases, right? So even with this one, I feel like you could add more if you wanted to. You could stamp a sentiment in the corner there. There's so much more you could do. But I guess the way I was looking at this was these make great embellishment background foundations, you know, and it's not, you know, it wasn't too much to get started or to do. So, yes. Okay. So that is my 2023 Embellishments on the 11th wrap-up share. I hope you were inspired by this. And if you have any ideas about how to get the deco to kind of stay on here more evenly, this was like the best example. I wouldn't even show you guys the other ones. But, you know, again, this is what happens when you try a new technique. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm not giving this one up either. I like this one too. Again, please check out the participants, my other collaborators down below. I'm positive you're going to be inspired. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more in 2024. Happy holidays, and welcome to my new subscribers. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, everybody, take care. Bye.